What's going on, everybody? It's your boys, No Days Off DFS, here to bring you another NBA slate breakdown for the massive 14 game slate. Of course, as you guys know, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so kind of course wouldn't expect them to play because we know Thanksgiving is populated and belongs to the NFL. So yeah, we pretty much got almost every single team playing today, minus what, 2. So definitely gonna be interested to go ahead and break this down. Now, of course, on a big massive slate, I'm gonna tell you, some stuff is going to get lost and forgotten. Someone's going to have some crazy behind weird ass nuts lineup that's just going to take everything down. And honestly, if you're just playing on today's slate, it's just for entertainment, fun, and because you're a degenerate gambler. So if you're just like me and you guys are enjoying this type of content, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video if it helps you guys win some money. I apologize yesterday for not having a video. Had a lot of stuff going on. Of course, as you guys know, family coming into town, getting stuff ready for Thanksgiving. So could not get the video out, but was still able to get player pool, core, and content out in that way. And honestly, cores once again did pretty good. Props did okay. Definitely we're getting back on track with props and everything. But if you guys are looking for all that stuff and you guys are looking for not only myself but everyone else over here at the No Days Off group, check the link down in the description so you guys can join us inside the Discord and also in the Dub Club. Dub Club, you'll get all the content that I'm putting out. You see it, it's right there. Definitely getting that out for you guys, and looking forward to today's massive slate. A lot of games, so definitely we'll have at least a pretty decent list for props. Working on that, but took a pause so I could go ahead and get this video out real quick, just because I'm just going to touch on the value plays, of course, touch on the studs, and maybe some game theory and plans on how we want to build out and work for tonight's slate. So I'm not going to try to waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and just get through this really big, long, massive injury report. Only going to touch on, of course, interesting and most important stuff. So, all right, for the Denver Nuggets, I would expect this to be a revenge game for my boy, the Joker, after literally falling out of one game and then also getting tossed out of the last game. Definitely was not getting a fair whistle. So hopefully we get the Joker coming out with his head, like in game time mode, because I miss those 70-point games, man. Them 70 fantasy point games he was giving us was really beautiful and great. And not to mention, I had him in my that last line was really tilted. But anyway, no news for the Nuggets that we got to worry about. For Orlando, same thing. Fultz, he's game time decision, but if he plays, he plays. If he doesn't, he doesn't. If you guys have not been riding the Jalen Suggs first half PRA and first half fantasy points, I don't know what you guys are doing right now, because every single time they put him up, they got him at 8.5 or at 10 or 11 fantasy points, smashing the over on that stuff, because he's a first half demon. He has been a first half demon. The one game that he has gone under was because he got injured, left the game, did not come back until like the end of the second quarter. That was the only reason why he missed that over this like last 10 or so game span. And he's been killing it with Markelle Fultz being out. He's the primary scorer in the beginning of the games and primary facilitator. Just amazing. So definitely, if you guys can get a chance to get that before they pop that up to like, I'd say shit, I'll take it maybe up to 13.5, but that's a slight lean. But as long as they put that thing under 8.5, 9, 10, 11, I'm taking over on that. It's crazy how efficient he has been in the first half of games. Really, really good. And then, of course, going against Denver Nuggets, I'm not worried about them in regards to opposing guards, stuff like that. I still would expect Suggs to just go out there and do what he's been doing. Been playing very well at home as well. So definitely that's a prop play right there that you guys can go ahead and smash and continue to ride out. For the Washington Wizards, no news for them. For Charlotte Hornets, the same injuries and stuff for them. Terry Rozier, he's already out, so we're not going to worry about that. Miles Bridges back into the starting lineup, so definitely he's slowly getting his price crap back up. And the dude, he's been balling. Definitely hasn't played in over a year, so looking really good out there. For the Nets, Ben Simmons still out. Cam Thomas and Smith, all those guys are still out. For Atlanta, they played last night. No news that we got to worry about for them. AJ Griffin, not too worried about that. For Milwaukee, Dame should be playing. They looks like they're going to be getting Beauchamp back. Crowder is still going to be out. For Boston, this just popped up this morning. Jason Tatum, he's questionable with a sickness. So if Tatum was to miss, I already was liking Jaylen Brown for the bounce back, because we already know we attack Milwaukee with shooters. This is also Drew Holiday going up against his former team. So we got that narrative right there going on in this Boston game. But definitely pay attention, because if Tatum is out, I think this will be one of those that we're going to want to pay attention to. We're going to want to get a piece again, like we have been doing from Boston. Peyton Pritchard, he was the play last time, and I spoke about it in the last slate that Boston was on, and luckily, and lo and behold, Peyton Pritchard popped off. I said it was only a matter of time. He's just not making the shots. He's still doing enough to be out there on the court, just wasn't making his shots. And finally, what did that dude do? First half of the game, I think he went like 4 or 4 from 3. Beautiful, amazing. So definitely, we know shooters, we take those going against Milwaukee. We're not scared of that defense, and hopefully, I really do hope Drew like legit comes out here and just puts the clamps on Dame and just destroys the Bucks right here on in this game, especially if Tatum is to miss. I really hope that's going to be the case for tonight. Really, I hope this is like the TNT or ESPN game for tonight too. I definitely want to tune into that besides watching my Thunder play. All right, Miami. Bam, he should be playing. They're still without Hero, Kevin Love, all those good guys. For Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell, game time decision. He's been out with a hamstring. Karis LeVert, he was out last night as well. So definitely want to pay attention for these Cleveland guys, because if they're out, then that boy Porter last night, man, came through. Beautiful, pretty good play. Again, would definitely be on there, especially if Karis LeVert, Donovan Mitchell are going to be out again. We know he's going to be getting that backup point guard role and playing those duties right there. So definitely something that I keep an eye on right there. For Toronto, no real news that we got to worry about for them. For Indy, same thing. They played last night, overtime game. That was, no, it wasn't overtime. That was the Philly game. A crazy what Halliburton did in the third quarter. I think he dropped 26 points in the third. Ridiculous what that dude did. That was just legit nuts. For the Kings, we definitely want to see if Keegan's going to be good to go and playing here. I want to say he left the last game, got injured, but we'll definitely want to know about that. And then Durate, same thing for him. Keon Ellis, Alex Len, they're already going to be ruled out. For the Pelicans, looks like CJ McCollum, he was back at practice, but looks like he's not going to be playing on today. And Larry Nance's game time decision. Pay attention to that. For Memphis, nothing that we got to worry about. Same guys that have been out, rolling with that. Biyombo, he's going to get the start. For Houston, same old, nothing to worry about right there. Philly, same thing. Pay attention. I mean, they did play last night. They played OT, so maybe we possibly could get a rest or something like that. Who knows? But definitely we want to pay attention to that. Looks like they are on the road. They left last night. They played at home, and that game was OT. So definitely pay attention to the 76ers, see what goes on right there. For Minnesota, no news really that we got to worry about for them. For the Los Angeles Clippers, same thing. No news. Same guys that have been out. Nothing that we got to worry about for there. San Antonio Spurs, if Vassell is going to be out, then we already know that they're more likely going to start Champetty. So just pay attention to that. For the Bulls, I'm not worried about that. All these guys, they should be playing. They should be in. We already knew since yesterday that Jalen Williams was going to miss again today. So Kason more than likely will get the start again. I definitely don't mind Kason here in the spot. Should be a decent value play, cheap play for today. Over here for Golden State Warriors, Peyton, Draymond Green. Draymond Green's still going to be out. Gary Payton off the bench. Not to worry about that right there. For the Suns, we already know that Bradley Beal is going to be out. Main piece that we care about over there. For the Utah Jazz, Walker Kessler still out. For Portland, looks like they got Brogdon back last night. He played decent number and also started. So definitely pay attention to that, because if Brog is going to be out tonight, then of course we're going to see Skylar Mays. He'll move back into consideration for tonight. But if he's going to be out, then of course I'll still take a chance on Brogdon. And they look much better with Brogdon actually playing. Definitely was much better game last night with them actually having everybody, or either just the Phoenix Suns are just that trash. For Dallas, Seth Curry, but off the bench, nothing that we got to worry about right here. And then for the Lakers, like I always say, they're going to put these guys on the injury report, but they're going to play. Cam Reddish, he left last night with an injury. If Reddish was to be out, then maybe they might slide someone else to the starting lineup. We saw Max Christie slide into the lineup in the second half of the game last night for Reddish going out. So definitely pay attention to that, because that might be some value that we can get right there in this late game for a late night hammer. So we got 1, 2, 3, 3 late games. Everything else is 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. So if you guys are really looking to play on this slate, one of the things I would probably do, look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at this section right here. If they have up on DraftKings like the 8 p.m. games as just a slate on its own, maybe look to playing just that right there, because that's not bad, especially on a 14-game slate. Or if they include these 7:30 games, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, I can't count. 4. If they put like these 9 games right here on their own slate of its own, I wouldn't mind playing that. But there definitely should be some type of other slates going on besides just this big main 14. Like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot to try to encompass on a 14-game slate, and you guys already know that. I'm not gonna sit here and break down every single game like that. I'm gonna just touch on the value, the things that we're gonna look for. So going over to DraftKings, the site that played the most on the site, that it's been decent to us. We haven't had that big win yet, but you know what? I know it's gonna come, and I'm just gonna keep on grinding it out, because that's just the name of the game, and that's just what we gotta do right here. So going over to DraftKings, if you guys don't got an account, check the link down in the description. We'll see you guys get that deposit match bonus. And already scroll down to the value. Value for me is anything that is 5K and below. Looking for those mispriced, those guys that are in some pretty decent spots who have decent usage off the bench, or starters who they have priced down. Like look at my boy Kyle Lowry, 4-7. 4-7 going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I understand it's a so-so matchup, but the dude goes out there and he's playing close to 25-30 minutes. I really don't understand why they have him priced down so low, considering that there's still no Tyler Hero. He's going to be starting. He's going to get that burn and run out there with the starting unit. I definitely don't mind Kyle Lowry. I got him projected for about 25 fantasy points at 4-7. I'm not going to hate that. Definitely is a considerable value play that we can go to on today's slate right there. of course, coming down, you guys already know I was on Alex Caruso last slate. Really don't understand why this dude is priced under 5K. The production has been pretty solid for him, and I don't mind this going up against my Oklahoma City Thunder. Hopefully, they can actually keep this game pretty close. But since he's been starting and been out there playing over 20, I'll give him over 23 minutes. We'll go with that one right there. He's been productive this time out there. If you're gonna tell me that he has a pretty safe floor in the 20s, I'll definitely take that. Especially going up against the Thunder, I know that he can definitely go out there and get us some decent threes. Upside on the defensive side, don't hate that, don't mind that. And of course, I talked about Pritchard earlier in the injury report, but Peyton Pritchard, I'm not going to expect for you to come out here again and light it up and drop a 39.5 fantasy point game. I understand that White was out in that last game. White is expected to be back tonight. I'm not going to expect that again from Peyton Pritchard, but still, he's going to play some minutes off the bench, and if he can keep that hot shooting going, I'm not going to put it out the realm if he can at least get us about 20 to 25 fantasy points, but definitely more of a GPP lean type play right there on the case. And then Colin Sexton, still dude's under 5K. The production, the upside has been there for him. He's dropping at least 20 plus in almost every single game that he's played so far over the last 5 games. So definitely do like that for Colin Sexton, especially in matchup going against Portland. This is 2 bottom teams right here going up against each other. 2 defensive lack of defensive teams playing against each other. So definitely the upside is going to be there for Colin Sexton as well as another play. Now some other players that are down here in the value tier that we can look to that for some whatever reason are mispriced. I really don't understand this. I'm going to get to another one of them in a second, but Keson Wallace at 4-1, especially if the dude gets to start, I definitely don't mind going to him. I understand 21 minutes against Portland. We blew the door off of them. Blew the door out. Really honestly didn't matter what the heck they did. Isaiah Joe off the bench played tremendous, phenomenal in that matchup, that spot. Shea just went out there. He just toyed with him for a little bit, and then he sat on the bench. So starters really didn't get that much burn and run in the game, but still wouldn't mind going to Keson here if you actually end up right there. But one of the plays that to me kind of doesn't make any sense why he's priced down here at 4-2, and then plus the matchup and who he's going up against, which let me go over here. At 4-2, they have Daniel Gafford, who's going up against the Charlotte Hornets. We've attacked them with opposing centers. At 4-2, I don't understand that at all. Starting center, as long as he keep himself out of foul trouble, this is a really good matchup for Daniel Gafford. I definitely don't mind coming to him here at 4-2. I would see him more than likely as being one of the more chalkier plays. Right now, projected for about 30% ownership. Definitely think that's about rightfully so. The upside definitely there. Not definitely, but I know I want to target the Charlotte and Washington game. We know Washington, horrible defensive team. Charlotte, horrible defensive team as well. So the upside could definitely be there for Gafford, as long as he can keep himself out of foul trouble. That's definitely going to be the biggest thing for him. Some other plays that are down here that we could definitely look at and go to, like I said, Champetty, if he gets to start again 4-1, you can take a chance right there and mess with that. Outside of that, Ochai Agbaji, man, gets to start, but yet still just, I'm just glutton for punishment. I'm not touching Agbaji. There's a reason why he is priced that low now. And I definitely am not going to mess with that. But Naz Reid, 3-9. If starting, if Cat or if Rudy get themselves in foul trouble, we could see some more minutes for Naz. Definitely don't mind looking at Naz here in this spot at 3-9. Really, his price has gone down over the last couple games. He's still playing over 15 minutes a game, and we already know it just takes him one game for him to get hot out there, and he could definitely go out there and put up a tremendous and a massive fantasy point number. And then last play that I really want to hit on for value that you can come down here in this under 5K range is going to be DeAndre Hunter, who I don't know why he's also priced at 4-7. Hunter, I know he's playing starts, plays off the bench, either or, but 27 minutes in that last game last night going up against any, only 14.5 fantasy points. Really has been struggling over his last couple games. I know that Jalen Johnson has definitely just been the better player in regards to what's been going on at the forward position for the Hawks. And then, of course, we got Sadiq Bey coming off the bench. Those are 2 really great upside players. But DeAndre Hunter, he's still a great player in his own right. Definitely don't mind looking at him as a possible play for get off of like the Jalen Johnson or something like that you could possibly go to. He is still starting at the small forward position. Small forward is going up against Brooklyn, has been a spot that we have targeted this season. Looking at last couple game logs, Jimmy Butler, Franz Wagner, Denny Avner, Jaylen Brown, Paul George, Chris Middleton, Jason Tatum, all these guys dropped over 25 to 30 or 30 plus fantasy points going up against the Brooklyn Nets. So Hunter, if you feel like this could definitely be a spot where he can actually pop, I definitely don't mind looking at Hunter. But of course, if you rather go to Sadiq Bey, who's going to come in and play a backup small forward role right there as well, that's definitely another spot that you can go to and take a chance right there on that. All right. Going up to the top studs, again, huge, massive slate. Practically almost every single stud and a mama is on this slate. And for me, studs, once again, that's going to be 7K and above. That's going to be those guys. Now, the top the top projected value stud, and again, that's why I said 7K and above. Right now, just because of the matchup, for me, that is going to be none other than Miles Bridges, sitting at 7-2. Still kind of a little bit too cheap for the usage that this dude has. Now, understand, this game against Boston went into overtime, but still, 40 minutes of regulation. 3 of 13. 3 of 13. He did not have the greatest shooting night, but the dude is doing everything out there. Rebounded, got some assists. Now he is starting. Definitely do not mind going to him here, going up against the Washington Wizards, who, again, we've already said they are a horrible defensive team. Miles Bridges, the upside is going to be massive for him here. As long as that shot actually falls in this matchup, definitely do like him sitting at 7-2. And I'm just going to go ahead and just slide him in right now because I really just like the upside in the position and spot that he's going to be in for tonight's game. That's going to be really great. Now, another player who last night, Jalen Johnson, he was in this exact position and spot, went to him, targeted him, played him. Now, this one, he is also on a back-to-back, but the upside is definitely going to be here for him, and I might go ahead and take his points as a possible prop play for today. I know a lot of people, they might rather go to Scotty Barnes in this position, but Pascal Siakam, I haven't targeted him many times this season, but the one time I did target him was going up against Washington, who, lo and behold, look who I'm playing, going up against Washington right now. Miles Bridges, who doubles in that power forward, small forward role. Pascal Siakam going up against the Indiana Pacers. Jalen Johnson last night in the exact same spot, smashed. Beautiful game. Pascal Siakam, exact same position spot. The upside is going to be there for him. He can get does everything in regards to actually he can get those assists as well. He can rebound. We're starting to see his assists tick back up like what he was last season. It looks really great for him. The point scoring upside, that's going to be there for him as well. And just the matchup period going up against the Pacers, they play so fast. They're running up and down the court just left and right. It just doesn't matter. Not too much defense is being played. So I definitely do like Pascal Siakam sitting here at the 8K range. Another value stud that you can get to that's in a really great smash spot that can give us the upside of a 50 or so fantasy point type game that we can go to right here. Now, coming up here to the top guys, of course, you got the Joker, Luka, Joel Embiid, Giannis. One of these guys is going to go out here and they're going to have a smash, great game. But right now, all of them, their matchups are so-so. Not anything that I feel like I have to run and go get to. Giannis, we know that he's going to bring going up against Boston. They're going to have to. They really honestly have no choice. But 11-4, really not too interested in him there. Joel Embiid, playing on the back-to-back, also playing overtime last night, going up against the Twin Towers. I really kind of don't have any interest in Embiid right here. Luka, I do have interest going up against LA. He actually plays going up against these LA teams pretty well. I don't mind going to Kyrie instead, who's actually been playing pretty well himself, instead of going to Luka. But I will be remiss if I didn't go ahead and mention that Luka, really great spot. Don't mind him. And then the Joker, of course, like I said, has really played over in his last 2 games. Definitely kind of more in my GPP consideration. And all these guys right now, their ownership percentage is looking pretty low because I'm really feeling like everyone, just like me, we're going to come down here into this 10K and below range is where we're really going to be looking at to possibly get these players. So these guys up here in the top stud range, those guys right there, these are going to be really low GPP owned players that might, if they go out here and drop one of their 70-point games, could be the nuts. Could be. But I really do like this 10K range. LaMelo Ball in the exact same game going up against Washington. A smash position, smash spot for him. Already played Washington twice this season. 50, 46 fantasy points. Don't mind going to him right here. Grades out as another great player. SGA going up against the Chicago Bulls, who literally first game of the season, 60.25 fantasy points. Don't mind going right back to him. His usage has been crazy. The scoring, everything that he brings to upside, tremendous, is great. And honestly, if my team goes out and they go ahead and they get about a 30-point lead on the Bulls, they're not going to let up. They're going to keep on smashing it. So definitely do like SGA here. LeBron James, we know he's going to play. We know he's going to get up. He only played 24 minutes last night. And in those 24 minutes, smashed 39.75 fantasy points. Wish that you would have been able to go out there and go over on your points because had you in a slip, and I'm not going to touch on that. But LeBron James, I like him here in his spot going up against Dallas. Instead of going up to get Luka, I can come down here and get LeBron, who I know is going to play up for this matchup in this position going up against them. And then outside of that, shoot, where is Freddie V? Fred Van Vliet. Can't find him right now for whatever reason. Fred Van Vliet. Fred Van Vliet and freaking Afternoon Shangoon, both of those guys, pretty decent matchups going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. So there goes Fred. 7-7. So honestly, tons of ways that you can go on tonight's slate. Really, again, as always, for me, I'm gonna put one lottery ticket into this NBA 300K fadeaway, like I always do, just because, hey, one night I might hit the nuts, I might have that perfect play. That's it. I'm only gonna put one into that, but I'm gonna focus on one of the smaller contests, maybe into if they have like the the 8 p.m. games only or something like that. And if I do one of those, I'll put the core up for that as well. But that might be one of those slates I go heavier on, or on the late night. That might be what I actually focus on. But again, 14 games, it's a lot of games, and I really haven't had. I don't see it as being as the best of luck unless you can really just pinpoint and find that perfect value, that perfect balance on a slate like this. It's been very much far in between in regards to cashing and taking out something, just because it's so massive. This is definitely one of those slates for the massive GPP entry players who do the big field games and stuff like that. But right now, like I said, Miles Bridges really grades out as a really great play. Probably going to be one of my main staples, and then more likely going to be looking at stacking that Washington game. Probably running back, maybe might run LaMelo, and then also run Daniel Gafford just because he's so cheap at 4.2 to get one of these high total games, and then definitely more likely might run LeBron as a late game stack and play it like that. But all that stuff that will be out. Check the link down description below for the Dub Club and all that other good stuff. And hopefully you guys cash out. I'm gonna try to go ahead and get this prop list for props up before stuff gets bumped. Hopefully you guys cash out on this massive slate. Wish you guys the best of luck, and enjoy your turkey day. Enjoy some football and everything. Should be back on Friday. If I'm not, of course I will have all my other content posted on site. With that being said, your boy Zoe. Peace.